Hello, my impatience. It is I, Andrew the Android Koloski here. And I'm ready. Got a lot of phlegm today. And I'm ready to go live and perform for all of you. How are you doing, my impatience? How art thou? All right, so first off, I'm going to start off with some artwork here while people join. Okay. So here we go. The first one, I say, I feel like loud noises and chatty people make me uncomfortable. Some people say I was a happy, talkative kid. Now I jump when I hear fireworks. I think I have CPTSD from my parents and stepfather. Everything startles me. But then again, I remember going to wrestling shows as a kid. I was quiet and the pyrotechnics scared me. So, yeah, some people suspect that maybe I have CPTSD from living at home with my mother and stepfather and father. But also, I was scared by the pyrotechnics, at wrestling. So I'm not really sure if that's true or not. But the next one, I say, everywhere I go, I feel vulnerable. Like people target and bully me. I'm not sure why people want to cut me down, belittle, and destroy me. Leave me alone. If you have nothing nice to say nothing. Keep your nasty comments to yourself. And Dr. Natural says, just brush it off. Ignore the haters and try to find people who will love you. Pizza Pasta says, yo, you got quick released. What does that mean? What does that mean? He's like, have you made any Blue Blazer references today? No, I don't think so. Not yet. And the next one. This is my mother's green bunny. Otto Greenberg, who is a caricature of me at times, but in this particular drawing, I wouldn't say he's a caricature of me. A mentally ill woman goes to a police station and she says, I was raped by Otto Greenberg. And the police say to her, not enough evidence. The mentally ill woman says to her friend, Otto was a rapist and a monster. I don't see him anymore. And Otto says to Dr. Natural, his psychiatrist, my ex-girlfriend is making up allegations against me. And Dr. Natural says, it can be hurtful when people slander your name. Get past it. So, even if, your ex-girlfriend's delusional and slandering your name, get past it, I guess. All right. So, I had a conversation with Rusty on Discord, and I asked him, have there ever been any bands you didn't like? You didn't like a single song by them, but because of something like professional wrestling, you bought the album and pretended to like them. I think Godsmack is a perfect example of this. I convinced myself I liked the song I Stand Alone, but I really didn't like anything that Godsmack did. And right when I was writing that, I got a notification for Sabrina Carpenter. Apparently, she just posted on social media. How appropriate. And another band that I would say this is true for, if Puddle of Mud didn't have Blurry, I'd say they're one of these bands too. But Blurry is legitimately good. Somebody else says maybe Chevelle. I mean, I guess they have Send the Pain Below in the red. But yeah. Pizza Pasta says, I heard Sabrina Carpenter is going on tour with Godsmack. Rooster says, the Voodoo album was pretty good, though, of Godsmack. The Voodoo album by Godsmack was pretty good. All right. We're rocking, we're rolling, we're ready to get the show rolling here. So he says, did you ever listen to death metal, Andrew? I heard the band 6 Feet Under, especially the song Lycanthropy, but not really. I never got into death metal. I find it too immature and juvenile. It's like, oh, death, murder. So he says 6 Feet Under is a great band. So he says, you should sing death metal. The blood of the wolf infects my body. In the night, hear the howling, screaming, flesh chewed to the bone, screaming, internal horror, dun, dun, dying in the darkness. Now one of us, bitten by the wolf. Now one of us. I gave it the old college try. Somebody says, legitimately not the worst thing I've heard, dude. You've got some potential. Somebody says, that was pretty good, dude. Just like Darny Filth, whoever that may be. Vegan Dolls says, what's going on, Andrew? You want to make some TikToks? I'd totally use your sounds. Thank you, Vegan Dolls. I'm appreciative of that. Should I go somewhere tonight, like the Starry Night Cafe? I should go somewhere and do something, you know? Maybe I'll make myself a cup of tea. I'm kind of getting tired, and it's only 5:30 p.m. Yeah, what is this? Why am I getting tired at 5:30 p.m.? Make myself a cup of tea here. It's time. It's tea time! It's tea time! It's time for some delicious tea. I would have some coffee, but, you know, that's too strong. It's the evening. I need to give myself some oolong tea here. Somebody says, you should go to one of your programs so you can meet people who are higher functioning than you and try to emulate them. Sounds good, pizza pasta. Vegan Dolls said she treated herself to a Monster Energy drink because she's tired. I think it's the changing of seasons. Perhaps you're right, Vegan Dolls. Perhaps you're right. Yeah, this time of year makes us all tired. It's the spooky season. Anybody getting dressed up for Halloween? Does anybody think, yeah. Vegan Dolls says she's going to have a trunk at a trick or treat. That's great, Vegan Dolls. That's really nice. It's really nice. Rooster says his family is full of alcoholics, so he plans for domestic abuse. That sounds nasty, Rooster. Vegan Doll says she's handing out candy instead of temporary tattoos instead of candy this year. I don't know if the kids will like that. They might think you're like that house. They might be like, "Oh, we want some Kit Kats and candy." Everybody as kids, people always hated the families that gave out money and like tattoos. Don't be that house, I mean, I know Vegan Dolls is cool and everything, and she's trying to think outside the box. But yeah, just give out candy. Somebody says they chose the stickers over candy last year. Maybe you're right, Vegan Dolls. Maybe you're right. All right. I'm gonna really get hardcore here. I'm gonna throw in 3 tea bags. Dying in the darkness. Now one of us. Bitten by the it's hot. Bitten by the wolf. Now one of us. All right. Rooster says, you really do have potential. Thank you, Rooster. Thank you. I need to create my own metal song. I need to become a death metal rocker. You gotta check this out. Blah 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 blah. There's a cup with 3 tea bags in there. We need a metal album. We need a metal album. And I made it. Okay. So this is break out the white face paint. Give yourself a metal alter ego. Yes, Rusty. Yes, I shall. I shall give myself a metal alter ego. All right. This tea is hot right now. Look at the steam coming off of it. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see the steam? This tea is very hot. So I got to blow on it. Cool down, tea. Cool down. La 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 la. I want the tea to cool. All right, so I might go bowling tomorrow. I know there's a group. Bowling's fun. Bowling's fun. Maybe I'll go bowling tomorrow. Pizza pasta, pizza pasta. All right. Anybody got any last questions here? Comments? I mean, I know we're living Groundhog Day. It's the same day over and over again. There's really not a whole lot much more to say and do. Rusty says do an hour. You know, Rusty, I would, but I've kind of run out of things to say and do. I have literally nothing to talk about. Somebody says, how are things going with you and your mother? Ooh, that's a good question, Rooster. That's a good question. I guess all right. We did our work today. We're getting along today. Somebody asks, has your brother moved back in yet? My brother is going to be moving back in December, I believe. So we're excited about that. My mother's like, oh, are we going to ask him to pay rent? Are we going to ask him to provide money? And yeah, I'm like, yeah, he's working. You gotta rake him up for some money. You know, you gotta empty his pockets. If he's going to be living here, I know. Somebody says, you're excited your brother's going to be here? Well, yes and no. The house is going to be crowded, but Um, you know, so he says it might suck. I guess you're right. I guess you're right. Um, some people say once you move out of your parents' house, nobody ever wants to go back. I don't know I don't know what he's thinking, but going back to your parents' house once you move out. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what his deal is, but I certainly would never want to go back. But then again, like if your mother cooks for you and you save tons of money, and you don't have a romantic partner, um, I guess. So he says New York is ultra expensive. He might not have a choice. He might have to just return home and live with your parents. Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're right, guys. La 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 la. Okay, let's see if this tea's cool yet. Is he getting the blue room behind the fridge? No, I don't think so. I think he's going to be upstairs. He thinks that room is full of mold and asbestos, so he's skeeved out by that room. They during Hurricane Sandy, that room flooded and was moldy, so they wanted to kill me with the black mold, but. And they figured, all right, we'll just store Andrew in the moldy room. So if I get cancer, they're like, oh, we're just going to give the shitty room to Andrew. Apparently, the mold was all taken out, though. Anybody ever see Family Guy? I'm kind of like Meg Griffin. They're like, all right, we're gonna put Andrew in the black mold room. It's like, okay, we're just gonna put Andrew in the black mold room. It's like, Steven's is not going to go for that. Nobody else wants to go in the black mold room, so that'll be Andrew's bedroom. But they don't tell me. I don't find that out until like years later when I'm finally out of the room that they all thought of that as the black mold room. Like everybody knew it was the black mold room except for me until 2020 when I finally moved in here. They just didn't tell me the room was, the mold room. So he says that's the most goth possible mold. So he says you and your brother could. I don't think my brother wants to be a part of my social media content. He thinks I'm going to mess up his career in life. So, yeah, I don't think he wants to be associated with me. Which is too bad. Which is too bad. The black mold room. The blue room is also known as the black mold room. They were trying. It really was like a gas chamber. They put me in the gas chamber. I was breathing in the mold. It was like a gas chamber. I was breathing in toxic air. They're trying to give me cancer. They're trying to murder me. My room was like the gas chamber. Saucy Mojo says, your audience is mostly janitors, maintenance workers, and groundkeepers, Andrew. Somebody says, let's call my mother and ask. Oh, actually, yeah, let's call her. Let's call her. Let's call me Madre and ask about the blow room. Okay, well, let's see if she'll take accountability for this on the phone. Ring a ling bling bling.
Hello?
Hey, Mom, I got a question for you.
Yeah, honey.
Remember my old blue bedroom? Do you know how Hurricane Sandy it flooded? Like that was that room full of black mold?
No.
So all the mold,
Everything was ripped out.
everything,
was ripped out.
everything was ripped out.
Yep.
So there was you 100% sure there was no mold in that room?
No, honey. No.
You swear?
I had an abatement company come in.
Okay. So you're sure?
I'm positive.
Okay. Okay. 100% positive. You're 100% positive.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Okay, I love you. Bye. Timmy says your mother does not owe you a mold-free room. So he says, you owe your mother her life. You know, you owe your life to your mother. Okay, Sean. So he says, does your brother have a girlfriend? Will he be bringing her over? No, I don't think so. I think if he did, he wouldn't be moving back in. I don't think he's dating anybody. So Paradise on Earth is like it's like a bad comedy. You know, my brother's moving back in now. It's really awful. Somebody says, "Is your brother gay? He never dates anyone." To be honest with you, I'm gonna say no comment, but I suspect he might be. No comment, but I suspect. I mean, you know, I suspect he might be. He definitely never has told me he is. So he says being asexual is a thing too, though. You know, I've suspected he was gay since 2008. So that was just. But maybe he's asexual. Like, who knows? Sean says the signs all point to gay. Yeah, I mean his roommates are men. He goes on vacations with men. I think it's pretty apparent he might like men. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. It's cool. I'm excited he's moving back in. I'm excited he's moving back in. We need to just like. How's the lice? How's the lice? So he says, "Will your brother drive you to Nami?" No, I'm gonna learn to drive myself, Sean. I'm gonna learn to drive myself. La 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 la. To be honest with you, I haven't had much of a relationship with my brother in years. I don't really know what he does, but he's moving back in December, so I guess maybe I'll start to see him more. Would you like a cup of tea? All right, guys, I think I'm going to get going here. Any last questions? I guess not. Somebody says, was the heckler that said we got it? Was that your mom in a meat suit? I don't think so. I think it was just somebody who didn't like me. All right. It's getting to be that time. It's getting to be that time. 6 p.m. All right, guys. I guess I'm gonna get going here. I don't got a lot much more to say, and I think everybody's kind of run out of steam here. So, adios, my amigos and amigas. Peace out.